Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really exciting, hands-on guide to tracking down one of the most absolute beasts of the freshwater world, the Northern Pike. We are going to dive straight into the tactics you need to reel in this incredible apex predator, so let's get right to it. You see, the Northern Pike definitely isn't your average everyday catch. We are literally talking about a freshwater torpedo here. They are built for these crazy sudden bursts of speed, and they're famous for their ridiculously aggressive strikes and razor-sharp teeth. They are the ultimate ambush predators. So just trying to outmuscle them? Yeah, that's not going to cut it. You've got to outsmart them first. To get us prepared, our guide breaks this whole thing down into 5 simple steps. We'll start by meeting the freshwater predator, then figure out exactly when and where to strike, build up your pike fishing arsenal, cover the top 3 fishing techniques, and finally wrap up with safe handling and release. All right, step 1, meet the freshwater predator. This is all about knowing your target. Which brings us right into step 2, when and where to strike, essentially scouting the terrain. So, since we already know these guys are ambush predators, your entire strategy revolves around finding their hiding spots. You're going to want to target shallow, weedy lakes and those slow-moving rivers. Think specifically about the edges of weed beds, thick patches of lily pads, or maybe submerged fallen trees. It's like a giant game of hide and seek. And timing-wise, you definitely want to hit the water early in the morning or late in the evening, ideally during the spring or fall seasons. Oh, and here's a really interesting point from the guide. Cloudy or even slightly windy days actually boost their activity level. Why? Because that chopped up water and reduced visibility gives them a massive hunting advantage over their prey. And that actually brings us to the absolute golden rule of pike fishing. Pike love ambush spots, so you literally have to fish exactly where the prey fish hide. Randomly casting your line out into the middle of nowhere? Nope, that won't work here. To find the big predator, you have to follow their food source straight into the structures where those smaller fish are trying to take shelter. Okay, moving on to step 3, building your pike arsenal. It's time to choose your weapons. When it comes down to it, you basically have 2 main paths to trigger that aggressive strike: natural bait or artificial lures. For the natural route, small live fish like minnows and perch work great, but actually dead bait like smelt or sardines can be incredibly effective too. Now, on the artificial side of things, remember where you're fishing. You want gear that can easily navigate through thick vegetation. That makes spinnerbaits absolutely fantastic. Spoons are another great option because they offer this bright metallic flash that acts almost like a beacon underwater. You've also got crankbaits, which perfectly mimic the erratic, jerky movements of an injured fish, and soft plastic swim baits, which round out your tackle box really nicely. And hey, there's a really great pro tip in here for those less than ideal conditions. If you're fishing in murky water, you want to use bright colors, specifically red, yellow, and green. When the lake is all churned up and muddy, you need that artificial lure to visibly pop so the pike can actually spot it. Now, let's talk about line strength. Because of the sheer brute strength of the pike, you're going to need some serious hardware to pull this off. We're talking a 20 to 40 pound test line. You've got to pair that heavy duty line with a medium to heavy rod that has a really strong backbone. You are going to need all that shock absorption to physically rip a thrashing, angry predator right out of a bed of thick weeds. But listen to me, whatever you do, do not skip this next step. A steel leader is absolutely required. Remember those razor-sharp teeth we talked about earlier? Yeah. If you tie your lure directly to standard fishing line, a northern pike is going to slice right through it in a heartbeat. It's gone. That steel leader is literally your only insurance policy against losing your catch and your lure. All right, step 4, the top 3 fishing techniques. This is where we execute the battle plan. The guide outlines 3 highly effective attack methods for getting a pike on the hook. Method number 1 is casting and retrieving right near those weed edges, but the trick is using sudden, jerky pauses. Those pauses trick the pike into thinking it's looking at injured, vulnerable prey. Method number 2 is slow trolling. This is where you drag your lures slowly behind a boat to efficiently cover large areas of water and locate the active fish. And finally, method 3 is dead bait fishing. Honestly, this one is just a game of patience. You simply let the bait sit completely still in the water, waiting for that violent, sudden ambush. Which brings us to our final section, step 5, safe handling and release. Surviving the catch. Because let's be real, the battle definitely isn't over once you pull them out of the water. Safety is paramount here. You absolutely must use pliers or a specialized fish gripper to remove the hook. Seriously, do not put your bare hands anywhere near those teeth. You want to handle them with extreme care because they stay highly aggressive and will thrash around violently on land. And, of course, always practice catch and release whenever it's possible. We want to ensure the local ecosystem and the pike populations stay healthy for a long time to come. So, armed with a solid understanding of their ambush habits, the right heavy-duty gear, and these tactical techniques, you're officially ready to face the freshwater torpedo. But it really makes you wonder, if an aggressive predator like the northern pike is hiding right under the lily pads, what other monster fish are lurking in your local lakes just waiting for the perfect ambush? If you found this explainer helpful, please hit that subscribe button to join the channel for more. Thanks so much for watching.